we've had some questions regarding the Conxtd App, so I wanted to create a walkthrough to show you different functionalities and features of the app. What I've done is I've uninstalled all the data that was previously in there so I could take you through basically from scratch and what you would see. So go ahead and go into the app, let it load up. And this is the initial screen that you'd see, so if you go ahead and add a team, we'll call that Team 1. And as you can see above the door, it's 1 of 10. So this allows you to create up to 10 teams. And the primary reason for that is so that if you have multiple teams that you manage or teams that you work with, that gives you the option to separate those teams into those categories. You can name it whatever you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and call this next one Team 2 just to show you what that looks like. And so you can scroll back and forth between the teams. As you add more doors or more teams, you're able to scroll further. This green button down at the bottom, that gives you the option to edit the team. So you can change that name if you want, or you can delete that room. I'm going to go ahead and delete the room, and then we'll just focus on that initial Team 1. To go into the door, into the room, you click the door, and as you can see, there's no team members here. So what we would do is we would add a member. It's that button at the top, and we'll just say, call this John Doe. That's an easy one. And when we save this profile, it'll save the birth date, which we have as the month and day. It does save that to your calendar, and that is a recurring event, as well as the anniversary. So this could be their work anniversary, and you could change that so that you would also be able to see how many years. So this would be John's second work anniversary. And because it's important to know some of those details, if we're trying to give John an anniversary gift or birthday gift, since they both happen to be on the same day in this case, we can keep track of his favorite food, snack, drink, color, music, TV or movie. So we have ideas about things that we can either give to John or talk to John about. And this feature here, the top skills, is add a skill. And so some of the important skills that many employers are looking for is teamwork. Let's go back to that. We'll add that, and it also has a scroll bar, so as you see, as it shifts, it goes up to a maximum of 5. I'm going to go ahead and add another skill here. And this gives you the option to have up to 7 different skills based on what you're looking for. And then you can add notes down here as well. So if John has a new baby, we can keep that in mind and be able to remember that, have a conversation about that, ask John how the new baby is doing. There's an option for the picture that does access both your camera or your photo stream. So if you've already taken some photos of your coworkers or those that you're working with, or you have them in a database, you can go ahead and put that in there. And then when you save, it's asking for the position, so we'll just say that John is a clerk. Save that. So then we see John as a clerk. We are able to sort in here through the name, title, birthday, or anniversary. Now, if you don't have a specific team or you don't have multiple teams that you work with, a question that I've been asked often is, can I use this for my friends? Can I use this for my family? Can I use this for my church group? And the answer is absolutely. You're free to use this for whatever group you want. If you have school groups, we'll put that in there. So maybe it's some of your friends or a group at school. You can add that there and then create the profiles within the school group. Or if you wanted to add one for, say you're a member of a local community group, we'll just put community here, and we can add that. So now we've got your work team, school team, community. Maybe you have a difficult time keeping track of your family and their favorites and want to make sure that you can get them the right things for their birthday or other events, so you can create that as well. And the process is the same, so once you've gone through that one process, it's just kind of repeating that. So we'll go back into John just to look at how that looks if we want to go in and edit. Say I want to add another skill for John that he is good with computers. So go ahead and click edit in the top. I'll add a skill and then put computers, add that, and then I can rate John on that skill. If a skill like teamwork in this example is no longer important, we can just hit this green X. It'll ask us if we want to delete the skill. We can go ahead and delete that skill, and it'll take us back here. Skills are added on the bottom, so it is kind of that first come first serve process. And we'll just put, for illustration, we'll put some stuff here. He likes chips. We'll put Star Wars. That's a popular one coming up. Favorite drink is tea, and I'm keeping them short so that go through this a little bit quicker, and you can just see the illustration. So that's basically the gist of it. I can remember these favorites. Once I save that, when I want to come back to John, check out what he's doing, what he likes, I can just kind of quick reference this. Then when I'm talking to him, I can remember some of those favorites. We can include those in the conversations. Helps me to connect with John a little bit better on an individual basis, especially difficult when we've got a lot going on. So the idea of this is to help facilitate that conversation and facilitate the communication. If this is a leader using this, then this also helps know where to support John in his skills and abilities, and be able to help him be more successful. So hope you enjoyed this. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to respond to any